Hi, welcome back. This is HRU Speaks, and this is going to be actually another journal excerpt, okay? And so I've been doing the journal highlights. I actually uploaded some on YouTube and on TikTok. So if you're interested in those, you should go and watch. It could be something in there for you. Um, if not, if you're new here, welcome. Pop you a seat. And if you're old, thanks for returning. Okay. And so without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into the first entry. All right. There could be a group of friends, business partners, associates, and or colleagues they all have their eye on the same person. This could be romantically or this could be business wise and or both. Okay. I remember getting a similar download a while back, so that could be significant. At any rate, all these people could be well off and or hold positions of prominence. And whether they are looking at this person for business matters or matters of the heart, they're impressed, intrigued, and or enamored. And they all could be gearing up to pursue this person at the same time. However, there could be one or two in the group who feels entitled when it comes to this person. They could be trying to block or stop the others from pursuing them because they may have fumbled this person in the past, whether it's business or romantic. Nevertheless, I don't think these other suitors care. And at this point, it's like, may the best person win. If this is business, this could be like a bidding war, could concern contracts. All right. And so the next one we have is a funeral director could be getting exposed for running scams. They could be helping people get money they shouldn't. They could be faking deaths or causes of death, and or this is them like filing claims that are fraudulent themselves. For some, they could also be exposed for having like a same gender lover. Once this come out, they could get angry and want to go after a person. This could land them in jail quicker than expected. Side note, there could be a short business accountant who is innocent when it comes to this, could have had no idea this was going on. Okay, a Leo, Aries, a Sagittarius woman, a older woman, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, a Jaguar, somebody attempted to pew pew at a person and or age 60 to 69, or somebody being born between these years could be significant. All right, a government official run could be coming to an end. This could be them getting fired, replaced, stepping down, and or going on to glory. On the flip side, if this is them going on to glory, there could be foul play. They could have possibly been poisoned. All right. So the next we have is a person could regret not getting to know a person better. They could be discovering that this person is very smart and or wise. They could hold and or possess valuable knowledge, and they could be great at what they do. In the past, they could have viewed this person as an enemy, but now they're changing their view. A pet fish, a Pisces, a spiritual reader, somebody age born between 90 and 99, a Cadillac, a warlock, a fireman or firewoman, a October, a Libra, a Scorpio, a street pharmacist, a clubber or a party goer, and or orange could be significant. Right. This person could not be spying. There could also be a woman connected to this person who is spying because she is guilty. Could be afraid of whatever she did is coming out. A tall woman, glasses, a black man, a Spanish woman, and or a tech worker could be significant. Either a person has put in a transfer, told a person to put in a transfer, or they're planning to transfer. Some cases they could be guilty over something they did or said. They could have been in their feelings and or under the influence at the time. On the flip side, this could be someone transferring or leaving because they don't know how to contain their feelings for another. Okay, a little D energy, a warlock, a best friend, summertime, a fireman or a woman, a person who is in charge of hiring and firing, a tall woman, glasses, October, Libra, Scorpio, Tuesday, a manager, a writer, a black man, a street pharmacist, and or jet black hair could be significant. Side note, when I first got this message, I didn't write it down, but the download I received concerned a person telling or waiting on a person to transfer so that they could set something on fire. Whether this is trying to harm a person or run a scam, but now I'm getting something different. So maybe this person decided against it. A Spanish woman ghosting a person or backing out could be significant. All right. While a person was under the influence, they got involved in or fooled around with another. One or both of these people could now be regretting it. Somebody could have ghosted the other afterwards. For some, they could have recently saw this person and thought they was looking good. A street pharmacist, a black man, a Bob Tuesday, a club party, or somebody in the nightlife, a Spanish woman, a manager, orange, a tech worker, and or a writer could be significant. All right. So the next one we have is people could come to a person pretending to be interested in what they're doing only because they want to find some type of fault in them because they can't find anything else. They could result to lying in or twisting what they're saying to fit their narrative. For some, they could be openly speaking good on them, but secretly in their hearts hate them for it, okay? And or they're wishing and hoping for their downfall. Others could be speaking good on them in their face, but secretly talking bad about them behind their backs, okay? Psalm 62:4 could be significant. All right, a person could be battling with their enemies. These enemies could have been lying and devising traps and plans to take a person down and or hurt and harm them. This person could also be outnumbered. For most, they've been standing alone, at least they appear to be, okay? However, secretly, this person has been praying and Most High personally has stepped in on their behalf. For he has heard their cry. A person being delivered out of the hands of the enemy now being a footstool, a person being blessed and placed in high places, someone who is favored, the truth being revealed and lies being put to rest, a person being hidden and or cloaked in plain sight, neighbors, acquaintances, people scared of what a person know or is going to reveal, someone going through a struggle, a person being persecuted and or mocked because of their spiritual views, and or Psalms 31, 2, 6, and 8 could be significant. All right. So I think I'm gonna do nah, I'm gonna go ahead, yeah. So in the day of trouble, there could be people around. There could be people around going through it. They could be suffering with no relief, but it will be a few who will be blessed beyond measures. The suffering of the masses around them would not befall upon them because they remain faithful despite the circumstances. Being highly anointed, making the changes and sacrifices to become a better person, having a personal relationship or connection with Most High, a person's prayers and petitions being heard and granted sometimes almost immediately, a person being removed out of harm's way and or something falling apart once a person is removed, and or Psalms 20. Okay. A person could be getting demoted and another person could be getting promoted in their place. Whoever this person is that's being demoted could have been abusing their power, moving and or talking reckless, being arrogant and or feeling a false sense of position security because of who they was in cahoots with or who they was connected to. Okay, on the flip side, the person taking their place shall deal with the people honorably. Okay, they will be just and fair and take pride in what's right, doing what's right, or they should. A musician, a prophet, a seer, a pastor, priest, or someone holding a spiritual ranking, a work situation, someone in a leadership position, a manager, and or a judge, a politician, and or Psalms 75 and 2. Okay. There could be a couple in some type of leadership and in some type of leadership and or they play a prominent role in a place of community, but behind the scenes they could be corrupt and live up to none of the things that they promote or preach. For some, this is a male party. He could be very deceitful and engaged and or is involved in some type of evil and some very evil stuff. Others, this is the wife or girlfriend, and she is this man's evil vice and or the thorn in his side. She could be mean and messy and tend to like to stir the pot instead of encouraging peace and or peaceful solutions. A lot of things she do could get back to him, and he could be embarrassed, or the things she does is embarrassing because she is connected and or is a reflection of him, but he can't control her. Whichever the scenario, there could be a need or a call for one or both to step down from a position, and or this is one deciding and or needing to leave the other. A politician, someone holding a spiritual rank or position, a cheater, a street pharmacist, a work situation, and or Proverbs 12, verse 2, 4, and 20 could be significant. A person could hold some type of spiritual position. They could be some sort of minister and or possess or carry some type of spiritual gifts, and there could be a need for them to drop some type of habit. They could be struggling with that. For most, it could be drinking. They could feel like they're at a crossroad when it comes to making a decision about this. This habit could be holding them back or preventing them and their gifts from being elevated to higher levels. This person could be called and anointed to speak to the masses and or stand in the gap for those who can't for themselves. Dropping or sacrificing this habit will not only ensure that they will be blessed, but their children, and any ascension of them will also be blessed. Okay, a person moving to higher levels or arenas in an elevation of current spiritual gifts, receiving new spiritual gifts, being called to do something different or new. A spiritual warrior receiving blessings out of the blue with ease. Okay, Proverbs 2:12 and 2, 20 and 5, 7 and 12, and or Proverbs 31, 4, 8 through 9 and 31 could be significant. And if you're struggling with stopping an addiction or whatever, I do understand. Um, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to like smoke. That was my thing. I kind of feel like whoever this person is, they could like to drink. They could be their thing. They could drink, they could take them a little sip, and it's like sometimes you be trying to shed your old skin, but then you be like, dang, it's so boring. Like, what can I do? Can I do? It's like I get it. But sometimes with great rewards come, great sacrifices. Sometimes you have to, sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the harder the sacrifice, the greater the reward is the best way that I could put it. And sometimes, shedding that old skin, kind of die hard because some stuff you stop because you need to stop it, not because you really want to stop it, because you may enjoy drinking, just like I enjoy smoking, I did, but I had to, it came a point where I had to make a choice, and it's like, you, that habit could be, like prevent your elevation, if that makes sense. Like it could be like, whatever you do or however you do it, whether you hold some type of spiritual position or rank, what I'm saying, or, you got these gifts, like, you could be good, but you could be great. So, like, it's just a difference between on which you want to do, you could reach 10 or you could reach 1,000. It's up to you. So, I mean, that's just a little tidbit. I ain't gonna preach to the preacher, or whoever it is that I'm talking to, or whatever you do, because I kind of feel like this could be a range of people. It's just somebody got some gifts, and it's some habits that they got to let go. In order for them gifts to go to new levels, or even like multiply. Because you do good with one gift, I can multiply it to 2 or 3. And in order for you to get them new upgrades, it might call for you to have to let something go. And the thing that you got to let go is something that you might like. You might like doing it. It might not necessarily um be a want to let go. It's just a need to have to let it go in order for you to go to the in order for you to be carried to the next level. Okay, and so with that being said, those conclude the journal excerpts. I hope it helps somebody. And like, comment, subscribe, share, and if not, come on back, because the next entry could be for you.